Greetings, St. Paul's Church. It was 80 degrees yesterday, and now, I don't know if you could see it, but I'm walking in very light snow or sleet. So Isaiah 61:3, in Isaiah 61:3, God mentions a garment of praise. And I want to talk about that a little bit later. It's very sad how TV personality named Savannah Guthrie, how her mother was kidnapped and abducted. And it's a situation we should be thoughtful and sympathetic and prayerful about. It's interesting because a few weeks before that happened, the clergy of the town of Nutley, we were meeting and we decided to do a joint book study together during this season of Lent. And we talked about different books that we can cover, and we decided to do a Christian book that was written by Savannah Guthrie, which I suppose her writings and thoughts has a little bit more weight and meaning, considering the hardships she's personally going through. And in about an hour, I'm going to lead the Bible study, book study on Zoom, and covering the section on praise. And I really like how she quoted Isaiah 61:3, put on the garment of praise. And it was a really strong reasoning. Who's wearing the garment of praise? God is not wearing the garment. We are wearing it. So who is it really for? I would argue that when we put on the garment of praise, it impacts us more than it impacts God, and it changes us more than it changes God. So in many ways, yes, the praise is directed towards God, it's for God, but in many ways, the garment of praise, it's for our benefit. It covers us. It's interesting, in the 1980s, I read some writings and watched this Christian author named Joni Eareckson Tada, and she was mentioned in Savannah Guthrie's book, and the story is sad but redeeming. When she was a young woman, she was very athletic growing up in Maryland, but sadly she dove into a very shallow swimming pool and was paralyzed from the neck down. And she said she was not really a Christian, but family and friends visited her in the hospital during her recovery, and she read the verse with them that said, give thanks to God and praise God in all circumstances. And for some reason, that verse changed her life. And she made a decision to stop thinking suicidal thoughts, but to simply give praise to God. And she has gone on for decades to minister to many, many people of how to give thanks to God despite difficult circumstances. And so it's interesting. I know people who they're always in complaining mode about how God didn't give them a good life and how they're bitter at God. But look at people in the world who have suffered so much more loss and yet have made a decision to put on the garment of praise. And I want to just leave you with that. Whatever ups or downs that you might be going through right now in your life, put on the garment of praise. Stop complaining about what you don't have. Start giving thanks to God for what you do have. And see what that does to you, how it makes you better, how it makes you look better, how it transforms your heart and your mind. It's interesting how I hear a lot of non-Christian people, business leaders, there's a catchphrase they keep saying, gratitude is everything. Gratitude is everything. And they talk about how if you simply have a mindset of gratitude, it changes your life and it changes your outcome. It just makes you such a more productive and positive person. It is true, all truth is God's truth, and what a powerful message. If you have gratitude, but as Christians, if you put on the garment of praise, giving praise and thanks to God, no matter what the circumstances, it's gonna transform you, it's gonna improve you. Thank you so much for listening to this week's video, and looking forward to seeing you on Sunday.